Would you speak about feeling disconnected in physical distress? I have felt so alone when being sick, literally fighting to stay alive and immense pain. Yeah. You see, when you're sick, all of us will get sick in the bodily level and die. And what happens when you're sick is the story goes that you feel that you've been abandoned by life, and then there's immense physical pain, but that you're being abandoned, you're being kicked out from life. When I had this big awakening when I was younger, there was this really wonderful experience where I was walking along and I saw this dog. I was in Asia and I saw this dog dying on the street, and its hair had fallen out, it was skinny, it was bony, and it was just after this awakening, and it just suddenly became so apparent that the dog didn't have the human story of being abandoned or kicked out of life. That dog was being supported in this moment, that life was holding that dog, life was looking after that dog, and that's your freedom. Like, that's the way out of suffering for you when you're in immense pain and fighting to stay alive. It's recognizing that this moment is holding you, and it's a shift of attention. It's an energetic shift from being identified with your feelings, your thoughts, your ideas, your experiences, your life, to this moment, to this switch into this moment. On the human level, so if you want, you could book a one-to-one session with me, or you can watch some of my other videos about this. But on the human level, if you're having great distress, then there can be energetic work that you do in chakras to try and release the body of pain to an extent. But that's never going to be freedom, because there's always going to be pain and pleasure, and that can be helpful when the person's really contracted. So I could speak to you about that another time, but I don't feel to go into the chakras tonight. But the true freedom is the recognition that this moment is holding you. This moment is who you truly are. So if the body does die, if the body does transform into something else, if the body is in pain, it's knowing that this moment never dies. This moment never leaves you. Consciousness never leaves you. Consciousness is what you are. It's not even that it never leaves you. Consciousness is what you are. You're not separate from it. You've never been this form. You've never been that pain. You've never been that story. You've always been this consciousness. So if you imagine a dream at night, like when you dream, you have a dream of a character inside moving around in this dream, and then you begin to really believe that you are this character that's alive, separate from the dream. But when you wake up in the morning, you remember that you were the whole entire dream. You were the timeline, the moon, the sky, the sun, the houses, the other people. You were everything. You were never someone that was alone and abandoned by life. You were it all. Thank you for your question. I wish you health and I wish you well. Lots of love.